Hey, some friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. And this is episode 8 of a Barbie Generation 2 Legacy Challenge. And we are here. So, last episode left on a cliffhanger a little bit. Clearly, the date between Chloe and her boo has gone well. So, Parker, they are in Tamarang. And I listen, the packs be coming out so fast that I barely like explain. Like I'll do a little dabble, but like unless I fully delve into the packs, like I don't really get to explore the pack fully. So they're on a date. Chloe is here actually for work. She's looking at some investments, meeting with some business people, and she decided to bring Parker along since they are official. They are an official couple. And, she's feeling better. She's no longer in a situationship, which is great for her. And they are just eating at this restaurant, which I got from the gallery. If you want to know, ask in the comments, where they can sit by the water. The weather seems like perfect, not too hot, not too cold. And it's just really a nice vibe. And as you can see, both of them are feeling flirty. They're feeling great. I think, I can't remember if I actually show you where she's staying, but I can show that at some point. As a reminder, these are like previously recorded videos because I took a long break and then I had a lot of footage. And they are just walking around the town area. They're going to take some photos just to capture the memories. Chloe really likes to take photos when she's feeling good, so she's going to take some photos of Parker. And I also love this outfit she's in. I feel like her clothing style is getting actually more playful as she gets older, which I can kind of relate to. And I think she was very focused on like business and appearing professional, and that was kind of like the bulk of the clothing that she purchased. And now she has clothing that's just more fun and, doesn't take herself as seriously. These photos are very adorable, and I think we're gonna have Chloe hang these up in her house, her townhome. If you haven't seen her townhome, it's in the last video as well. She's gonna hang them up in her townhome. Also, I'm loving these braids. I feel like these braids look great on Chloe. I feel like sometimes the Sims head shapes don't always like allow me to do the best hairstyle for their personalities, but I feel like this with the baby hairs looks great on her. And then Parker, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't remember if we've ever talked about this because I didn't actually create Parker. I feel like he was in the game, but I think he is like a bartender, but he's really interested in becoming a professional DJ. And so that is why he has his headphones on often, and he's always kind of like thinking about music, working on music and stuff like that. So that's like his side hustle a little bit. And yeah, she's just taking these really cute photos of Parker. I think especially with the water, like these photos, if they don't put the little gnome in it, uh, are going to come out so nice. We are also taking some pictures of Tamarang just because, again, Chloe has never been here before and I haven't really played here. Do you all play in Tamarang that much now that like For Rent has been out for a while? Like I feel like it's been maybe at least over a year, maybe a year and a half. I don't even know how long it's been, but I think this has been the only time I've played in Tamarang when Chloe does this visit. No, I had another Sim who was part of a very old legacy. She moved to Tamarang, but I literally just moved her in and dropped her off and never played with her again. So I think like, yeah, I've pretty much been to 3 lots in Tamarang and never done the night markets. Spoiler alert, Chloe doesn't even do that while she's here, but they do go to the water and, take some photos, more photos. We can't get enough of these photos and just enjoy the scenery. I mean, it looks so good. It really makes me feel like, oh, I should have my Sims be in this world more. It just has to make sense for my Sim storyline. Like, I feel like if the Sim wouldn't naturally go to that world, I would not have them do that. And I think Chloe is like a little obsessed with Parker because look how many photos she's just taken of him. She's not even in the photo. She's just taking these photos of him. I think she's just really happy that they are an established couple. and you know that he seems to be taking it as seriously as she is. Let's talk a little bit about the Sims pack, because now that I'm like going back to this footage from the for rent pack, I'm thinking about like how I am not as pressed to get Sims packs right away, or maybe it's like every other Sims pack feels like something I would want, and I used to feel like it was everyone, mainly because I'm like, oh, I always want a new world. I think so. For Rent came out, I probably got that pretty quickly. And then I think the next was Love Struck, which I also got pretty quickly. And what was after that? Was it Business and Hobbies? No, I think it was Life and Death. Oh, wait, sorry, we gotta pause my rant because I just wanted to show you that they are done with their vacation and you know they were being a little spicy. So we are back at our town home and it looks like Chloe's birthday is coming up very soon and she wants to go on a trip with Parker for her birthday. And yeah, don't know why I'm paused this long on the screen, but that is the plan. Oh, I wanted to tell you that she is at the top of her career, so that is something else that has happened as time has gone on, that she is an angel investor. So basically, in not so many ways, this legacy is complete. And oh, I also have more updates. So I've been playing like rotationally. So I've been playing with Chloe's sister Nikki as well. And while I was not in this household, these two got engaged. This was after they came back from Tomarang. So I'm gonna erase that boyfriend girlfriend title. That's what I was messing around with Tomarang. And yeah, so they are officially engaged. I don't know when it happened. I'm sure Chloe is excited about that. And yeah, that's the storyline. So this is where Chloe is going for her birthday. And then more time passed, and Chloe actually did not end up going with Parker on this trip. This turned into a solo birthday trip, which is very disappointing. As you can see, this was back when my game was like freaking out because they changed the new like the loading screen stuff or whatever, and it threw off my loading wallpaper, but it's fine. And so yeah, Chloe is here by herself in this beautiful villa, and her and Parker have not broken up, but it seems like the engagement was not moving at the speed in which Chloe had wanted it to move, which was, I don't know if they just have like a failure to communicate. Like, I don't really know what the problem is besides the fact that like Chloe is very driven and very goal oriented, and Parker is kind of just here for a good time, and not in a negative way, I guess. Like, I wouldn't say he's like non-committal. He's just like, you know, he doesn't seem as pressed about things as Chloe does. And so she has just decided to take this trip on her own. He has taken like a DJ gig somewhere, and they have taken some time apart. And this is a great villa. It's gorgeous. If you want to know, ask me. It's on the gallery somewhere, where I get all my builds. I don't do any of like the tray file stuff. Maybe I will one day, but I'm like, that seems so complicated, y'all. Like, it looks great in your game, but I'm like, that seems complicated. Let me just stick with my regular CCM mods. Chloe has her bike, so she's gonna put that in there. And then she's brought along some snacks. She is actually still very excited about this trip, this birthday solo travel trip in Tartosa. Again, Tartosa is somewhere she's never been. If you are new, Chloe did not grow up with a lot of money. She grew up with three siblings and her two parents, and just her dad worked and her mom stayed at home, and so that meant they couldn't afford a lot of things. They just basically went to school and like maybe played in the neighborhood, played in the house. I think they went to a park one time for like some fall festival with some of her mom's friends, and that was about it. So she is really excited to still do this, even though it's not what she intended. She is happy that she's in a place in her career where she feels like she can be restorative and doesn't have to hustle quite so much. And so that's what she's gonna do. She's just gonna take this as like a place to explore, a place to be serene. She brought her journal, take some time to herself. It is the next day, and we are at the spa that I downloaded from the gallery. And Chloe actually really needs to be at the spa because she's feeling down. I think initially she felt excited, but like just waking up here without Parker kind of made her sad. She's going to get a massage, and hopefully that just reminds her why she's here and she starts feeling better. We're going to ask for like the room to be like more of a treatment, and then just do some aromatherapy. And look, she's already feeling better. She's already feeling energized. Her sadness has gone away. And sorry that we have. See, look, that's how old this footage is, because it has the inventing the past thing, whatever that thing with the weird guy with the blue hair. I definitely participated, but I actually participated with her sister Nikki. Uh, how do you guys feel about these like weekly challenges? I feel like, I can't complain because I could just not play them. So I feel like it's, why not get free items and just log in? I know everybody doesn't have the time to do that, but they're also, none of the items are things where I'm like, oh, you are missing out so much if you don't get these items. I think they're probably helpful to like console players who don't have access to CC, but even without that, it doesn't seem like, you know, you really need those items. And yeah, so apparently she decided to take her birth control in the middle of her massage. That made her a little sad, but now she got a drink. She's in her bathing suit, looking cute at the bar, and it looks so peaceful. You can see all the grass in the background. Taking screenshots. Maybe that was the thumbnail. I don't know yet, but she is, chilling out. This seems like a perfect place. She had to get something to eat. I don't know if there's anything to eat at the spa. Yeah. The beer filled her up a little bit, but not much. And, she's bold, drinking beer in a bikini, loading. But yeah, so she's in a great mood after being at the spa. And after a beer, why not do some yoga? Now it's like completely nighttime. She's literally spent all day at the spa, but this is a great time to end that segment and move on. We are on day two, either day two, I don't know, it's the next day, y'all, of the trip. She is actually going to go on a bike ride. She slept in a little bit, but not too much. So we are going to get her out of her PJs, and she's going to go on a morning bike ride, exploring Tartosa a little bit. And I'm realizing this is like becoming a theme in my videos because she did this in the last episode. It wasn't a bike ride, but it was like a jog around Windenburg when she just moved in. But I just, I love the scenery. I feel like that's what we paid for. Like, so we're gonna get the full experience, and she's gonna explore Tartosa. This is something I've never really done. I'm telling you, these packs come out so fast that if like you got a lot of other stuff going on, you are still exploring them much later. And I've definitely played in Tartosa, but I've never had my sim really walk around or do anything like this. So you don't see the same things that you see when you are just like going from lot to lot to lot. And so she's just looking around. I think this is also helping her figure out what she wants to do in Tartosa. And actually, I think today is her birthday. So this is like a great way to start her actual birthday and be reflective and think about life. That bike ride was so long that Chloe aged up. So Chloe is officially an adult, which feels crazy. Like, I think had I not taken this break, it wouldn't have felt as crazy. But yeah, she's officially an adult and she looks great. But I think this is also affecting her perspective on what she needs to do. And after that bike ride, she just decided to, you know, take a dip in the Tartosa Sea and just relax. and her abs are insane. Like, nobody's playing with her abs. And just relax a little bit. And, she's like, I'm at peace. My life will turn out how it is supposed to. If this situation with Parker is supposed to work, it'll work. And if not, it will not. It is time for a little birthday journal. And I will admit that I do not know how to use this mod fully. Like, I guess you just write and then you kind of use it as a way to remember. I guess, like, as the player, like, if this is the experience of the sim, then this is great. But I'm like, for me, what does this really do? But I just did it anyway. Felt like something to do for a big birthday for Chloe and just a place to keep her. No, spoiler alert, I have no idea where this journal is right now, like in my gameplay, now that so much time has passed. So again, I do not really know how to use this well. So if you do, let me know in the comments, like, how you use this to help your gameplay. But I feel like this, like, for creating videos on Sims, I feel like this is fun because it, like, gives the viewer something else to see that is Chloe's experience and something to read on the screen. But as as the player, what is this really doing for you? It's just cute. It's cute. And I guess that's it. It is now day 3 or 4 into this trip, and Chloe has not heard from our boy Parker. And so she's decided to now have a little fun and just look on, what is it, Cupid's Corner? Yeah, she decided to get on Cupid's Corner and kind of just see what it would be like to kind of explore it, because that's something that was not in the game before. So this is just my chance to see what it's like. And I did enjoy it. I mean, it's hard to get Sims that you want the person to be with. I feel like essentially what'll happen is I'll have to make them all over. But again, yeah, I didn't really play with Cupid's Corner too much. It hasn't fit a lot of my storylines. I've mainly just been playing with Chloe, so hasn't fit. But she's saving some matches, and she's like, I don't know about Blair. Absolutely not, Clement. Keep it moving. Absolutely not, Penny. Panya, 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 Panya works. Let's save that for later. And I think Kim works. Kim is, oh, that's some, I do like that it pulls from the gallery. That is like a really nice touch. It's just so much on the gallery. Like, what do you mean pulls from the gallery? Supriya. I think she's cute, but we're gonna keep going. Uh, that's a no. And I think we did refresh. We got one refresh. So we got Elizabeth. Elizabeth's cute. But I think I don't know. I think Chloe is just kind of exploring. Oh, we saved Elizabeth. Edna, absolutely not. I think she is a masseuse because I feel like I've seen her a million times. And I think we know Marissa. Like, I think we actually know Marissa in real life, so we won't do that. And girl, this looks nuts. Like, this looks really unhinged. Listen, I think we know Eve too. If we don't know Eve, I feel like we meet her later, not through this app. Caleb, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of a mixed bag. All right, let's move on. So after all that scrolling, we decided to actually head up Panya, the guy with the tool belt. And so we will meet him here. This area is also a place that I found on the gallery, and it actually, I mean, I did add some stuff to this, so it's not fully just as I found it, but I feel like the stuff I added is like pretty easy. I'm not really a builder, so I think it's pretty easy, the stuff I found. Just setting up the date for Chloe and Panya. But yeah, this place, and you'll see the name there, Central Library, there you go. And so I also added some buildings in the background. Like, it was a big lot that I wanted to put it on, and so I didn't want that to be the only thing on the lot. So the library's there, there's some vendors in the back, there are some buildings in the back that don't really do anything, and I think there's like a kids area where the kids can play. There's a pool. Like, I literally just took pieces of things and like dropped them on this lot to go with it because I'm like, hey, all this space, we love a multi-purpose lot. And so here is Pranya. They connect. I'm gonna speed this up because honestly, Panya is Panya. He's not really, he doesn't end up being that dude for us at all. I also realized I bought a kit just for this lot, which is kind of like unhinged behavior. Like I think I bought the Courtyard Oasis kit just because I wanted to use this lot, which is so silly. Yeah. But yeah, they have a nice date, and I think I will chalk it up to him living all the way out in Tartosa. I will say that yeah, I will say that Chloe, she had fun, but I think she kind of was like a what happened to Tartosa stays in Tartosa person. Of course, her mom is calling. Of course. Uh, so she had a good time, but she was just like, I think there's like a little culture difference here, and we'll leave it at that. I honestly forgot how much time Chloe spent in Tartosa, like because this is I don't know a week. Like this is like the fifth night or something, and so she's going to the club. She's well rested, clearly. She's going to the club in Tartosa, which this build, unbelievable. Like unbelievable. Like look at this. I'm shook at how good this build is. And I love that it's a club, but it's like not dark. Like I think that is really cool that it's well lit club. I mean, I could adjust the lighting to make it dark and it would still look this amazing because it's so much. I just love that it's like in this old building. It's stunning. It's stunning, and that's why we're doing a tour before we even get to enjoy the club experience because it's just, I mean, I don't know why that person wouldn't let us buy a drink, but whatever. But it's like, look, you can take the steps. I mean, yeah, the steps, the ladder. You can take the ladder upstairs, and you have all the views of Tartosa. We're gonna change her outfit to something a little more club appropriate. Um, but yeah, this lot, unbelievable. And so I think, this is the latter half of the Tardosa trip, which again, I think has gone on way too long. But I think she's feeling social after going on her date from Cupid's Corner, and she's just gonna have a little fun. Chloe finished walking around the club, and so she's going back downstairs. She's gonna go to the dance floor. Now, this ghost DJ, I'm just gonna say that's a special effect. I'm not gonna say the week she have a ghost DJ, but I'm gonna say there's like some special effect paint that this DJ has put on to make this a more unique experience for the people. And it's still early. It's only 10 o'clock in the club. So, people are still gathering, but Chloe's enjoying herself. She is in a good mood. She's ready to dance. And look who walks in. I did not do this. I did not set this up at all. I want you to know that I am not responsible for Parker showing up, surprisingly. And I think Parker got tired of the silence. So he's here like, hey, I came to check out, and she's trying to ignore him. She's just like, I came to dance, even though nobody's dancing. She's like, I came to dance. But Parker's gonna kind of play it like, look, I'm tired of, us having these complicated things where you just disappear, you move, you go on vacation. Every time there's an issue, you are being incredibly avoidant. And I think he just kind of wants to know what's going on, what's tea. So they finally speak in this loud ass club with all these lights, and everybody gets back to dancing, and Chloe's just like, look, I need a serious partner. Like, if we are going to be together, you need to step up, you need to take the lead on things, and things need to be a little more serious as he starts to dance. I can't. Like, I can't with the Sims in this game. They are messing up my storyline that I'm making up on the spot here. So, yeah, Chloe is like, look, I'm all for having fun and being casual. I want us to do that, but like this relationship needs to be serious. I hate Muslims. So that conversation actually doesn't go that well. I think Parker is beginning to get more and more frustrated with, he's like, we're in a relationship, we're engaged. Like, you know, he decides to stay with her, but I think he is becoming frustrated with Chloe. I think he's starting to feel like it's her. She always wants something else. She always wants something more. It's always the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And yeah, he's a little frustrated with her. So I think we're gonna have them agree to go to counseling. He's sticking around. He stayed the night. They had a nice time, but I think they are gonna go to relationship counseling when they get back to Windenburg after this trip is over. And with that, hopefully they can continue on being engaged and get married and move forward that way. They pretty much stayed in all day, I think, because her Tulsa trip is wrapping up, and then, Parker just came there for one night. I thought this was really cute that they had this little moment of face mask. So they do have fun. They do have fun before we, think this is like a relationship that's only negative. They do have fun. And they talk a little bit about, their relationship and counseling. I think this is a really cool addition with Love Struck. I just have to remember to use it. There's so many things that I might use once and I forget. So yeah, I love that you get to like answer questions and kind of choose your own adventure with this counseling. And I feel like there's not, I mean, I know the career things have things that pop up and you kind of choose what you want, but I feel like besides that, there's not much that allows you to do that. I mean, I know it's just like simple formatting. But yeah, this kind of tells you what they want to work on. And so I think Chloe's going to say that she wants to work on their romantic relationship, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what she wants to work on. And I think that describes like the pace of their relationship that she wants to work on. And I don't know who Terrence Taylor is. I don't know who that is. So we're going to ignore that person. Uh, and I think Chloe is going to vent more. I know Parker's probably sick of hearing Chloe's complaints because she has a lot of them. Oh, and I'm just realizing how long this video is. Don't worry, this is not that much longer. But yeah, so they went to counseling, and I do think, long story short, I do think the counseling helped them, and they decided to move forward, and I think they are gonna move in together. And after counseling, you can see that Chloe is feeling great. Like she's feeling like that really worked. So here they are back at her place in Windenburg. Honestly, I cannot remember where. Maybe Parker might have lived. Parker does live in Windenburg. I totally forgot that, but he lives like more on the countryside. Uh, because I think he's somebody that would get to work. I'm not fully sure, but yeah, they're both in great moods after counseling, so much so that they're kissing in the rain. How romantic. And I think this is the best that they've been. I know it's been like a lot of up down with this couple here. And it escalates pretty quickly, so much so that they move into the house. And, Chloe's like, I want you to move in right now, like today, like let's not wait. And Parker tells her that he has a daughter. Now, as the game player, I'm finding this out with Chloe. Like, I did not know this. I do not know when this happened. I don't know anything about this child. Nothing. This is not my craziness. I did not do this. I really thought this was this was them being endgame. Like, they have been through the up and down. They were going to work it out. But the child situation, Chloe's like, absolutely not. This is over, which is crazy because they've been through so much. And I think, 2 episodes ago, we know what Chloe went through and the choice that she made. this, you can see I'm looking in Parker's genealogy because I'm like, whose child is this? Like, I cannot believe that my game did that. Just ruined this relationship that was chaotic. Yes, I understand that the relationship was chaotic, but I did not expect it to crash and burn like this. And so, yes, that is the end of this relationship. I will not, kind of drag it along and make it seem like they are going to get back together. No, I'm gonna be honest. I know how this story ends. This is the end of Parker, I think. This is the last episode we will even see Parker in, because to me this was just such a big thing to hide with all the other stuff. Like, just, it was too much for Chloe. It doesn't fit Chloe's life. It doesn't fit her plan. She just feels like she doesn't want this. So, as I keep clicking back and forth, like something's gonna change, that is pretty much, everybody say goodbye to Parker. That's it for him. She is basically like, you are trash, Parker. I think it's time for you to go. I cannot believe you hid something like this. The child is not even a baby. I mean, I don't know if that would have made it better or worse, but it's all bad. And wow, what an episode. I feel like things have gone. Listen, this relationship stressed me out. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I was very undecided as I was playing whether these people were gonna work out, and I guess the game decided for me. But it decided for me at the wrong time. I wish it would have decided for me a long time ago, before these people went to Tartosa, before these people went to Tamarang. Like, I wish we would have like decided this a long time ago, and like, not him fake crying. I don't believe you, Parker. So yeah, this was a little bit of a long episode, but again, I wanted to make sure this episode had the conclusion, because again, we're gonna be, things are different now. Chloe's an adult, and I think she is going to have to pick up the pieces and discover what is next for her. I mean, she's still kind of new to this Windenburg life. She just became an adult. She's at the top of her career. And so maybe she'll take a break from dating. I'm saying maybe because honestly, I don't remember what exactly is next until I look at the footage again. And yeah, I would love to know what you all think about how this story ended. This relationship with Parker, was it doomed from the start? I think so. But I think Chloe is just going to have her, her moment to herself. I can't believe she's still feeling kind of flirty, but we're gonna ignore that. I gotta start clicking off of these, using my UI cheats. But we can tell that Chloe's been crying. Like, I can see, like, her eyes look so puffy, and she is listening to, some sad love songs, and listening to her music and drinking her wine. And yeah, I think that's how we are going to end the story. Thank you all for watching, some friends. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, share, and talk to me in the comments. Bye, some friends.